Hello there, back again. Today's question is from Brett in South Africa. And Brett is saying, how difficult is it to secure accommodation and a car before I move to Australia? Let's start with the car. That's probably the easiest one. So I do have clients who are actually purchasing new cars online prior to arrival. And I had one very excited client the other day who said they just landed and had a message to say the car's already been delivered to the front door of the house that we had secured for them prior to arrival. So they were literally coming in from the airport, car was in the driveway, house was ready for them. So that's first prize. So yes, there are options these days, obviously, to buy a car online. And if you're buying a new car, you have warranties and guarantees and everything around that. And that's all easy. It's not as easy to buy a second-hand car. Just as in any other country, you want somebody to go and have a look at that car, to do a bit of a check over it. There is what we call the Red Book in Australia. The Red Book is a price guide, if you like. So you can Google Red Book Australia and you'd be able to look up the car, the model, the mileage, and get a price guide on that. So you can work out if somebody is trying to rip you off or not. But to buy a used car, unless you've got somebody here who can go and check the car for you, that's going to be really difficult. And also, you're not in country yet with an address or driving license, etc., to register the car. So you're not going to be able to register anything here without being in country. Now, a rental, obviously, we've got the Inspect for You service. So we could definitely help and go and inspect properties for you, where we shortlist with you, work out through a needs analysis what is going to work for you. We inspect properties, we do all the negotiating on your behalf, and even collect the keys. We can go a step further and even put some bedding and pantry items in the house for your arrival if you need it. So that is the only option. If you are not in country, the estate agents will not process a rental application if you or your representative has not inspected the property. So without an inspection, your actual application will not be processed. So it is a little bit difficult. It doesn't have to be a professional relocation company like ourselves. If you've got family or friends in Australia, they can inspect it for you. I would say that you should make sure that somebody negotiates for you in Australian time and that you have Australian references. Otherwise, it can be your application process will take much longer than a local. And if something's too hard for the estate agents, they're just going to put it in the too hard basket and not process your application. Remember that the rental market here has many applications on one property. It's not unusual to go to a property and there's 10, 15, 20 other people inspecting the same home. The estate agent will shortlist at least 3 to 5 applications that they'll present to the landlord. So if you are not very quick with your application, you haven't inspected it, or your application is not looking 5-star, they're just going to put it in the too hard basket. All right, I hope that answers your question. Best of luck. If you have a question for me, please feel free to email me at the email address on your screen now, and I'll happily reply. Thanks, everyone.